Hey everyone, welcome to Creating with Jazzy Bundles. Today we are going to make corner fold cards. Let's get crafty. My name is Jenny, and this is Creating with Jazzy Bundles, the channel where we take our simple supplies from your neighborhood craft store or favorite online retailer and turn them into one-of-a-kind pieces of art. If you like this video, hit subscribe before you leave and ring the bell to be the first to see our new videos. And with that, let's get started on today's craft. For our corner fold cards, we will need the following supplies: cardstock and pattern paper, which I am going to use these colors in this pattern, a paper trimmer to cut your paper, adhesive, stamps and dies as needed to decorate with, a pencil, and a ruler. With that, let's get started. For your cardstock, you will need one piece of 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, scored and folded in half to make your card base. You will need 2 pieces of white or other light colored cardstock at 5.25 by 4 inches, one for the inside and one for the outside. And then you'll need a piece of pattern paper that is at 4 inches by 5.25 inches as well. But we'll be cutting this one down a little bit. And then you will need another piece of pattern paper. Unless your pattern paper is double-sided, then you can always use the opposite side of that, but mine is not. But you'll need another piece of pattern paper that is 3 5/8 by 1 5/8 of an inch. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our cardstock, our card base here. And I chose black. It might not have been the best color to choose to get started with here, but what we're going to do is we're going to mark down using your ruler 2 inches from the top. I know you can't see that very well, but there is a mark there, right here. And then what we're going to do is from this mark that we just made up to the corner where it is folded, we are going to score. So I have just a small scoring tool that I'm going to use. Okay. We're going to fold our paper back and forth. And I like to fold it once going in and then once coming out. And then we'll use our bone folder and press that down real good. All right, now we need to take one of our white pieces and we're going to line it up so that it is almost all the way to the top right corner. You can have a little bit showing, but most of it you do not want to show. Basically, you want to have a nice border around it, around the bottom and the side. So you can see that I have a border here around the bottom and the side. Now with this, we're going to mark just above our line that we made on the black paper and just above the corner that we folded. And we're going to cut that. Got everything falling here. All right. Cut from one mark to the other. Now, when we put this in here and fold it down, we have a nice border all the way around. Now it's time to do the same thing with our pattern paper. So you take our pattern paper and put it all the way up, almost all the way to the corner. And this time we're going to make a mark. Oh, hold on. Start over. I was not even. All right, there we go. This time we're going to make a mark just below the mark that we had on our black paper and just below the corner. And we cut that. And see, this is where if you had a colored paper or a double-sided paper, you could just use this to fold over on the other side, but mine is not. That's why I have this paper. So first, let's go ahead and glue these together. All right. We're going to put it all the way up. Underneath. Now when we put this one, this is where we need actually to start with a smaller piece of paper. So it should have been, we should have started with a 3 3/4 of an inch. I'm just cutting an 1/8 of an inch off on either side by a 5-inch piece of paper. And I'm just cutting a 1/4 inch off of my bottom. All right, now let's see if I cut too much off or not enough. Now when we line this up, I cut a little bit more off the bottom than I needed to actually, so we can just pull that down a little. Nobody will know. And there we go. So let me go ahead and glue that down. All right. Now I'm going to use dimensionals to hold down my corner here. Pull this over. All right, now it's time to make our triangle that is going to fit here. Now, you want to be very careful which direction, which diagonal you cut this on. If you cut it from the upper left to the lower right, then it's not going to be the correct size or direction to fit on your triangle here. So you want to cut from the upper right to the lower left diagonal to get the correct size triangle. So let's go ahead and cut that. And that fits right there. So we'll glue that down. All right, and now we're going to glue down our inside. All right, and there we have our corner fold card. And you can take and you can decorate with whatever you want to on the front, and then put your sentiment and your writing in the middle. I hope you had fun today and learned something new. Be sure to leave a comment below to share your favorite part of the video. Click subscribe and ring the bell to be the first to see our new videos. If you enjoyed this video about making corner fold cards, we have a whole playlist about fun fold cards. And if you want to check out our other card making videos, check out this playlist here.